Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle. Thanks for joining me on the beginning of a brand new series on Out There Omega. This is a game that was originally released for the iPad sometime last year, and the developer has decided to sort of revamp and redo the game, and it'll be available for iPad and a PC, and I believe Android as well. But if you pre-order the game right now, you do get access to the beta, and that's what we're playing here. As you can see at the top of the screen, we're playing beta version 6.13. I'm not going to do a lot of explanation about the game before we get started, because what it is will become pretty apparent as we play, so I'm just going to jump right into a new game. 22nd century, mankind desperately seeks resources beyond its exhausted planet. So far, we haven't even reached the limits of our solar system. I'm an astronaut aboard the Nomad, passenger on a line that connects Earth to Ganymede, a moon of Jupiter. Until something happened. When I awoke from cryonics, I wasn't in orbit around Ganymede. In fact, I wasn't even in the solar system anymore. I was out there. So this game has a very pulpy art style and a very pulpy gameplay or story style as well, which I really enjoy. And we're just going to jump right in. We don't need the tutorial. I have played a little bit of this game. I'm a little blind to this version of the game, so I know some of the mechanics, but not all of them. But I just wanted to kind of jump in. So that red arrow down there is sort of our destination, and we're going up to where our ship currently is. And we've got sort of a view of a star system. Oops, let's get back down there. So this green area is sort of, see, there you go. There's beta for you folks. This green area is where our telescope, or where our space folder can see, which is where we can jump to basically. And anything in this blue circle is just, you know, what we can see on the map. So it kind of just helps you plot your course as you move through. So just like in FTL, you kind of make jumps between, in this case, we're going to make them through star systems. And as we get to each star systems, we'll have some different interactions we can do. I'm going to pick this sort of northern path here, at least to start with, just because there seems to be more options. So you can see that use fuel and oxygen to make that trip. And that's sort of the mechanic of the game, is managing those resources and some others. Anyway, my path crossed a most curious comet idling on a large orbit, a tiny ice ball seemingly waiting for me. It took me a while, but I managed to fill up my tanks with water and oxygen. You have collected 100 oxygen. So that refilled our oxygen for us. And now here we are in the star system, and there are two planets orbiting the star, a rocky planet and a gas giant. The gas giants are where we can refuel, at least in this ship type that we currently have. And here on the rocky planets we get other minerals, which will become important for building things. So right now we just want to keep jumping, so I'm going to try to get some fuel. And on a gas giant you send in a probe to get elements, and on a rocky planet you send in a drill. And they both use fuel, so the deeper you want to go, the more fuel it takes, but also the riskier chance you have of damaging the probe or the drill. So we're just going to stick with 5 here. And this game uses sort of a periodic table, or the periodic table of elements symbols at least, to represent the elements, most of which I know, but some of them we may come across that I don't know. This is hydrogen, which we're going to take because that is fuel. This is oxygen, and Fe is iron, which we will use to repair our hull. So that was a pretty good haul there, actually. We're going to just finish up here, and let's go to our ship and just dump in this fuel, just kind of top it off. So you can see here we can use hydrogen or helium to refuel. Oxygen is sort of the oxygen we breathe, and iron is how we repair our hull. And we're going to go ahead and do that right now as well. Alright, so now we'll leave this star system and make a jump to the next, a neutron star or a supernova. Now I'm sure it will become apparent later, maybe some of you watching already know, but that each star has different planet types around it, or more likely to have certain planets, and probably, you know, the planets all have different colors and stuff, so there might be some indication of what elements they're going to have on them. I don't know any of that yet though, so we'll just have to figure it out. Let's keep on our northerly path here and check out the supernova. I caught a cold. Not much, you think? You couldn't be more wrong. A cold in OG, or original gravity, is the antechamber of hell. When you sneeze, it goes in all directions and you end up floating in your own mucus. Pretty lame. Yeah, it sounds disgusting, actually. So here we found a rocky planet. I don't really want to risk the fuel just to mine a rocky planet, because like I said, we don't have anything to build yet, so I'm just going to make another hop. We can go to a blue giant or a red dwarf. The blue giant, let's check that out. The outer limits of this star system are bounded by giant gas clouds that block all sight. They seem to move. That's unusual. Let's check that out. I fly among the cosmic clouds. They are green, purple, red, shiny, beautiful, but they move. They look like figures with arms that cling to the dozens of planets trapped on orbit here in the outer reaches. And they seem to come towards me. I try to scoop up some high efficiency fuel gas. Suddenly, a huge arm as big as a moon swings through the vacuum above my ship. I turn the ship around at once, but another arm takes a swing at me, another arm, and I'm hit. Though it was made of gas, I am still flung back to the core of the system, close to the star. What an adventure! So we've collected some fuel, but we also took 20 damage. Alright, so we have a gas giant, and a gas giant. So these are all the same, but I would imagine that these different colors of planets offer different resources. So let's just check out this orange one here and see what we get. So we got 9 hydrogen, that's not a lot. We're just going to finish up here because that barely paid for itself. And just probing the same planet over and over gets diminishing returns on the elements you return. But I think if you mine a lot, like you say you get a block of 20 on your first probe, if you mine again you have a higher chance of at least getting some. It's like you found sort of a deep vein of minerals basically. So let's launch our probe here again. Just another 8, so these planets are kind of low resource. So we got hydrogen from both of those, even though they were different colors. I don't want to risk any more fuel mining, so let's make another hop. So 18 to go to another blue giant. Let's try it out. A star probably could have been born there. A massive amount of hydrogen condensed into a little cloud so viscous it synthesized its own fuel. I stole as much as I could haul. Oh, that's awesome. We got our fuel completely topped off. And we found a garden planet with breathable atmosphere, so those will refill our oxygen for us, and usually there are life forms there that we can interact with. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. The breathable atmosphere of this planet has allowed me to restore my oxygen supply. Alright, let's encounter the life. This is the Albahogo race. So when we first start encountering life forms, they do not speak in a language that we can understand. We will eventually learn what they're saying. But right now we have no idea what he's saying, or it is saying, and I'm going to... I mean, he's saying his name or his race over and over again. Let's approve of that. And now it's saying some things. It wants 1 hydrogen, which I think we can spare, so let's do that. Oh. The alien receives my gift, but doesn't seem to like it. You have learned a new word, so we learned that this means fear, and we lost hydrogen. So I don't think it was saying fear at all. So we can still drill here as well, which we will do. And we got some copper. I believe that's copper. Yep. And we'll take that. We got some more oxygen, which is great. And this is carbon. Yep. All right. So we'll just take all that now since we have the room. So, I mean, as you can see, like, as we play too, our ship is going to fill up with our tools and the elements we discover. So, that's just going to become another thing that we need to manage. So we'll take off from here, and let's go try to get some metal so that we can repair our hull. A stone slab, a black tombstone on a dead planet. On the tombstone, no word, nothing but a drawing. Schematics. I take notes. Maybe it can be useful. You have learned a new technology, life seed. Alright, check that out in a second. Let's drill. So we found some thorium and some iron. I might drill again here just because that's a decent amount of iron. Let's see if we get some more. You know, at least we got a 20 stack of that and some more thorium, which is fine. So we'll finish up here, and let's go ahead and repair our hull. As much as we can, at least. And what do we find? We found the life seed. Life seed, this marvelous technology based on the mysterious energy of the Omega element, can instantly terraform a rocky planet into a garden planet suitable for life. Oh, interesting. So yeah, the Omega element is, I think, new to the game, hence the name out there, Omega, and it's sort of this super powerful element that lets you do all kind of cool things, like in this instance, make a planet inhabitable, or habitable, I guess. So to build that, we're going to need to find some platinum. So we'll be looking for that. So for now, we will just take off from here. Getting kind of low on fuel. Is there a fuel? Oh, is there a fuel planet here? So this is a gas giant. Yeah, I'll do this since we just repaired our hull. See if we can get some more fuel. Just 5. Oh, we have fuel too though, so we'll finish up and we'll refuel. Why not just chuck it all in there? Alright, perfect. So, let's make the next hop. So from here, we can go to a red dwarf, a neutron star, or a red giant. Let's check out the dwarf. Day 45. I record my voice and play it back on the computer so I don't forget the sound of words. I was told during my training that you can forget the sound of your language after only 3 months of solitary confinement. It would be silly if I went back to Earth and started talking like a redneck. So this game was written by a French developer, so there's sometimes some weird translation things that happen. So I'm not saying the redneck thing was one, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know that we need to mine for fuel here. We're doing mostly okay. And it would cost 10 to do it. We might not get that much, and we could cause hull damage. So I'm just going to hop to red dwarf, red giant. Let's check out the, what was this? Where are we at now? What is this? That's a dwarf, okay. Oh, you can actually go in and orbit them? Oh, I didn't realize you can actually orbit the giant ones and get fuel, but they're probably very dangerous. Interesting, okay, well that's good to know. I didn't know that until now. So let's go check out the next one. My sensors detect something floating in the star's upper atmosphere. A signal buoy? A space station that lost its orbit? What's puzzling is that it has a sort of net shape. I could catch it by rocketing over the star's corona, but it wouldn't be without risk. The fire of a star is a deadly one. Should we try to grab that? Yeah, why not? Let's take some risk. I take advantage of the star's gravity to achieve a risky downward spiraling course. My velocity increases until the G-forces threaten to incapacitate me, but I hold fast and barely nab the strange device, mere seconds before I would have fallen too far. I rocket back upwards, buffeted by the raging firestorm. This thing better have been worth the trouble. So we have learned Ultra Probe, but we took a lot of damage doing so, which is fine. Do we have any iron right now? We do not. So let's try to get some iron from a rocky planet. Let's try this red one. Iron, red, right? Rust, I don't know. Send in the drill. We'll stick at 5. Man, we got 18 iron. That's good. Let's do it again. 9 more. Fine. Let's go ahead and chuck that in, because gas planets are dangerous to mine, and we need some fuel. Take off. And do we have a gas? So yeah, man, I really kind of want to try that. Rich in fuel, risky orbit. Wonder how much damage you can do. We got 100% hull. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, maybe we can't. It took a lot of oxygen to go here, though, so that was kind of lame. All right. Lesson learned, I guess, right? So we're going to need to get a lot of gas out of this, and we only got 6, which is not good. So to leave here, it's going to cost Let's go to our ship. Let's at least toss in what we got. We'll use this. And we'll use this. Alright. And let's make another hop. Another red giant, a red giant, and a blue giant. Well, let's see. We kind of want to get, oops, kind of want to get down here. Because if we get out here, we're going to get kind of stuck, I think. So let's go here. How much does that cost? 17, and this costs 16. We'll do that. Note to self, make sure I get royalties for my story. Interesting. Alright, we got to get some fuel. Big time. Ship destroyed. Wow. Code red. This will be my last entry. The hull is disintegrating and the whole ship is losing pressure. I am putting a spacesuit on right now to allow for a couple of extra minutes of survival, but this is still the end. So long. May mankind someday find my logbook, the testament of one of their brothers who fought until the very end. This is the end of my journey. Okay, so I didn't realize that the risky gas missions could do so much damage to your ship. I don't know how much damage we had there, but wow. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everyone. That'll do it for this video. I hope to play more of this, so if you like the video, just let me know. Those do help me choose what series to keep running on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.